Hello, third and fourth grade students. Once again, this is Mr. Mousean coming to you from my place. Just saying greetings and hoping everybody is doing well. It is October the 5th, 2020. And it has been a pretty quiet weekend for me, I must say. Um, so I just hope everybody's been staying safe and healthy during this absolutely gorgeous weekend. I hope you've taken the time to go outside and enjoy the weather. I mean, we've had blue skies, a little bit of rain, and, but not much. Mostly blue skies. So please take the chance when you do, when you have the time, to go outside and enjoy the weather. Okay. Um, so, with that said, I want to, this week in the building, we've been kind of really going into time signatures. So, we started a little bit last week, just like we did in the last lesson here. In the building, we started talking about it last week in the building too. But this week in the building, we really, really got into time signatures and meters. And we started not only just talking about them, but we really looked at why we use them and what it would be like if we didn't have them. We also got better at writing, okay? We got more nitpicky at why we need to make our music look good when we're writing it. Remember, we started writing music, and I'm speaking to my third graders here. Remember when we started writing music last year? Yeah. So, remember, I was a little bit, not so picky if things were a little bit, if the quarter notes weren't quite filled in, and our stabs didn't look perfect. This year, I'm still not going to be picky about that, but I want us to get a little bit better. And I also want us to make sure that we know how to use that time signature so that we can make songs that make sense. So, with that said, let's get to our actual lesson. Okay? A time signature. So, skipping ahead, again, these four spaces, the 5 lines together, we said were the staff. Okay? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's the staff. All right? Or the music staff. Again, they are all working together for one common purpose, like the faculty and staff at our school. Right? Now, when I'm talking about this whole empty space here, I'm talking about from this line to this line, okay? And this line to this line here is a measure, okay? You can count on that to be a measure. And when we talk about measures, we go by number, right? We go measure 1. We go to measure 2. I gotta finish that R. There we go. Measure 3, then measure 4, etc., etc., etc. Okay? Or this. Those of you that were paying attention last week, and those of you who were paying attention last year, will know this right away. This guy right here. He goes right at the beginning of the staff. He's the very first thing you're going to see. And again, we say he is the treble clef. There's an old joke my parents used to tell me, and they would used to say, Alex, you're nothing but treble. You're causing nothing but treble. Get it? Trouble? Treble? Ha ha ha. Small joke. But treble, clef, it's a joke. It's a small joke. Okay. Never mind. But remember, never call teachers by their first names. My name is Mr. Mousean. Okay? All right. With that said, then we know this is a quarter note. That's 1 beat. Half note, 2 beats. Eighth notes, 2 of those make 1 beat. Not 2 beats. Oh, please. Oh, please. Please remember that. Okay? Please. When we clap that, it's 1 and, but it only makes 1 beat. Okay? We never, ever get to 2 beats. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. I just want to make that very clear at this point. All right? We need to keep that in the back of our minds. Actually, let's keep that in the front of our minds, lock it, and keep it tucked away in like a lockbox or something. All right? And number 7, it's evil twins with the quarter note. It's the quarter rest. Okay? And I say it before. Well, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. A rest cannot be a note. Okay? A rest cannot be a note. A rest is silent. A note makes a sound. So, a quarter rest, even though it has a beat, it doesn't make a sound. Okay? So it's 1 beat of silence. The half rest, remember, we're calling it just the half rest from now on. The half rest is worth 2 beats of silence. Okay? So I know I kind of went through that fast. And I'm sorry if I did. But if you need a review of that, you can always rewind this video. Or you can visit the last one where we really kind of took it a bit slower. Because I want to get to this, the time signature. Okay? This is really, I want to finish this up this week. Okay? The time signature. Why do we have that? Because it's like reading a book. Okay? It's like reading a book and not having any pictures or writing or any of the words or anything like that. If you don't have any of that stuff, you're just reading a hard, like a cover and blank pages, right? And you'd be like, well, why am I reading this? This doesn't make any sense. Where am I going? What am I doing? Right? That's, I think those are diaries. And diaries, you have to put stuff in it, right? You have to put stuff in diaries. You can't just leave a diary empty. So, with a time signature, the time signature is going to tell you exactly what to do and what to put in it. And that time signature is going to tell you, that top number is going to tell you, hey, you need to have 4 beats in every single measure. And that bottom number is going to say, but hey, buddy, that quarter note, anytime you have a quarter note, it's going to be 1 beat. Nothing else. It can't be 2 beats. It can't be 4. It can't be 6. Okay? It's got to be 1 beat. Okay? Again, this one, how many beats in a measure? And this one has to be what rhythm gets 1 beat. And for right now, all we need to know is that it's going to be a quarter note. Okay? All right. So let me show you this way. Totally different way. I kind of showed this last week, but I really want to kind of push this home, okay? Say there was no time signature. Say you had nothing, okay? And you were able to do this. I could place these notes all over the staff, okay? I could do this. I apologize for that. I could do this right now. And I could do this. I could just keep writing notes. And more notes. And more notes. And more. And more. And more. And just keep going on and on and on forever. I could make more eighth notes. I could make more quarter notes. I could add a rest here. And you wouldn't know where this measure ends, right? Do you? Do you know where the measure ends? Because I certainly don't. You don't know how many beats are in a measure. And you certainly don't know if a quarter note is going to get one beat. There's nothing to tell you that. Okay? So keep that in mind. And did you know that music didn't even have a time signature when it was first starting off? Sometimes it was just symbols. The monks created the system of music that we have now. They created the 5 lines on the staff that we have and the numbers that we have. Originally, when music was first starting off, music kind of looked like this. Boop. Not like that. Woo. Okay. Maybe I'll use an actual line like this. Okay. So it had 2 lines like this. And then, look, I lost my marker. Then they would draw notes like this. And the people who were singing would have to sing this. Now imagine trying to read that. That was what early music would look like. There would be some words underneath here. But you didn't know what the exact notes were. You just had to read this. Hard to believe, right? But that was what music looked like. Cool, huh? We might talk about this later in 5th or 6th grade. Okay? But for now, what you're going to do this week, this is going to be a pretty big task that I asked my 5th graders to do last year. Okay? So hold on for a second, and you're gonna have to use your Chromebooks for this one. Okay? So with your Chromebooks, you are going to go to Google Docs. Oh yes, you are going to go to Google Docs. And don't worry, if you can't follow these instructions that I'm giving you right now, I have a whole video on how to do this. I also have a worksheet on how to do this. And you can definitely contact me and I will help you get through this. Okay? I will help you out on how to do it. Okay? So, what you're going to do is you're going to create a new doc here because that's the easiest way to do it. You're going to go to add-ons. Okay? Then you're going to go to this, get add-ons. Okay? Right down there, get add-ons. And it's going to open this place called G Suite Marketplace. I love this place. Love this place. Then you're going to search for flat for docs. That's the word you're going to look for. That's what you're going to type in. Flat for docs. And if it's not installed, which it won't be, you're going to click on it. Okay? And then there's going to be this little area here is going to ask you to install it, okay, as a Docs add-on, okay? You're going to install it. That's it. Why do I want you to use this program? Well, let me show you. We're going to go to it right now. This is a cool program. It can create music on a Google Doc. So let's say I wanted to create a song. I wanted to create this. And if I created a quarter, I said I want to create a quarter note. Then I wanted to switch to some eighth notes. I click on my eighth note there, and then I do this. Wait a minute, all of a sudden, it just added another measure. And then if I want to create another measure, and then another measure, and then another measure. And what if I want to play what I just wrote? Well, then the computer can play that for me. Listen. So, this program allows you to write music, and then when you're done writing your song, you press insert down here and watch what happens. It's now on your computer. So that's why I want you to have this program, because we're going to be using it in 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. Okay, so we're going to be using it for a while. All right, so I hope this lesson was good for you. We will discuss this more later when we get to music reading and writing a little bit more. Hope you're staying healthy and safe, and talk to you soon. Take care.